Hey there everyone, Michael here. Today we're making something extra special, something that you can only find at Walt Disney World or at your own kitchen if you make it. It's the spinach artichoke dip found at Sci-Fi Dine in Theater. I have never tried this before. I'm looking forward to trying it today. Let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is grab a saucepan and our heavy cream. We're going to put 1 pint or 2 cups of heavy cream into our saucepan and then put it on the stove. We want it to be reduced by half. So we want to see half the amount of cream in the saucepan once it's heated up enough. Okay, here we go with our 1 pint or 2 cups worth of heavy cream into our saucepan. I don't think I've ever used that much cream in a recipe before. I really don't. Okay, we're gonna put our cream on the stove top and wait till it's reduced by half. I have no idea how I'm gonna be able to tell when it's half, but I'll estimate. Now while the cream is reducing down, we're gonna grab our cutting board here and we're gonna cut up our spinach, our artichoke hearts, some red peppers, and some garlic. So let's get started. Okay, now we're gonna need 2 cloves of garlic, and the garlic clove is the small piece, not the whole piece. So only 2 of these pieces from the inside. There we go, 2 cloves of garlic. Okay, we've got 2 cloves of garlic right there. We've got a garlic press right here. We're gonna put our 2 cloves right like that in the press, and then grab our bowl. Yeah, here we go. Got our bowl right there, and then put them right in the bowl. And we're gonna use these ingredients a little bit later once the cream has fully reduced. We're gonna make sure we get all that garlic. You can add extra for flavor, I would imagine, but 2 cloves is what the recipe asks for. Now that our garlic is all minced up, we're gonna grab our artichoke hearts right here. They're in a can, they're unseasoned, that's very important. We need 11 ounces. Inside this can is 14 ounces, so I'm gonna do my best to try and figure out what 11 is. I'm gonna wash off the top and then cut them up. Yeah, not necessarily my favorite thing to work with in the kitchen. You know, I'm more of a dessert guy, but I love the spinach and artichoke dip so much that I had to make it here at home. They don't look too bad. Let me tell you, I have no idea how Chef Charles did it so well on the Disney cruise. I was watching him do the lobster ravioli. He was able to chop them up like with his fingers like this, and then like this and like this. Well, I guess I'm getting it a little bit, but I have a huge respect for chefs out there who do this on a daily basis. It takes a lot of practice. Maybe it's because I don't have the right knife. Maybe that's part of the problem here. I'm slowly getting it, slowly but surely. Okay, I'm going back over them with the knife just to make sure I don't have any big pieces in there for my dip. It looks like we are just about set to go. Okay, our artichoke hearts are all cut up. Let's add them to our bowl right here, and then we're gonna add them to our dip just a little bit later. Okay, now we need 6 ounces of spinach, and I have frozen spinach here. A lot of them were already chopped up, and I'm just gonna continue the chopping process as I'm trying to become a better chef here. You can see we're making our way. That's 1.3. I'm gonna keep on going. Got a little scale there to measure it. Okay, there's 3 ounces of frozen spinach. I'm gonna add that to our bowl right here. We're gonna need another 3, and then we'll be all set. Okay, there's the other 3, 6 ounces of frozen spinach. There we are. Now I need to chop up 2 roasted red peppers. I should have 2 in this container right here. Let's go for 2 peppers. I'm doing it, Chef Charles from the Disney Cruise Line. I'm doing it. I'm slowly getting this. Slowly. I'm gonna get a different knife and then we'll be really on track. Okay, there's 2 roasted red peppers, adding those to our vegetable bowl. Now that we've got all our vegetables in the bowl, we're gonna set them aside and start working on the cheeses. Now I need half a cup of shredded Monterey Jack cheese. You can get shredded in advance or you can shred it yourself like what I'm going to do right here. Monterey Jack cheese, some of it's going inside, most of it's going outside. We'll get there. Okay, we've got half a cup of Monterey Jack cheese all shredded, ready to go. Now I'm gonna go back to the stove and check on that cream. Hopefully it's halfway reduced by this point. Let's go take a look. I'm really impressed. It reduced just about halfway down, but you can see it kind of spilled as it was going, so I had it on the heat and it basically overflowed for a second. So make sure the heat isn't too high, but high enough to get it to reduce just a little bit. It looks perfect. Let's move on to the next step. Now that it's been reduced down, I'm going to add in the Monterey Jack shredded cheese and then add it back to the stove and get it to melt down. Now we need 2 ounces of Swiss cheese. Time for the grater again. Let's get to it. Okay, 2 ounces of Swiss cheese. That is great. Now our Monterey Jack has fully melted, so we're gonna add our Swiss cheese just a little bit at a time. Let it melt just a little. Oh my gosh, that was a lot. Okay, well, it's gonna melt away now. Okay, I think it looks good. It looks good. Just melt it down slowly and you'll be in good shape. Oh my gosh. As you can see, mistakes happen just about everywhere, but as long as you're having fun and making something that you love, you're in good shape. I have no doubt it's gonna be great. Now it's time for the Asiago cheese, and we need 2 ounces of that as well. Now I've never worked with Asiago cheese before, but it smells really good. 2 ounces, there we go. That looks perfect. Okay, now we're gonna pour this in a little bit slower into our pot. Let's give it a try. Now we're gonna put a little bit of the Asiago cheese. See, just like that. That's how you do it. A little bit at a time, we'll be in great shape. Take a look at that cheese right there. It looks absolutely delicious. I'm gonna add the vegetables a little bit at a time on the stove and let it simmer for 3 to 5 minutes, and then we're gonna try it together. It's gonna be great. Okay, it is simmered for a few minutes. It looks absolutely delicious. I don't know if you can see it right there, but it looks amazing. Let's give it a try with a chip. It's gotta be done with a chip. I'm gonna give it a try, let you know what I think. Bon appetit. Oh wow, that's really, really good. I think I wanna make it just a little bit thicker, maybe add a little bit more cheese to it, but after that, it is perfect. I am so impressed with how this came out. Okay, I've added a little bit more cheese to it. Let's give it another try. I tried all the cheeses, all Swiss, Monterey Jack, Asiago. Looks a little bit thicker now. Yeah, that looks great. You can see spinach right there. It's really hot, as you can tell. Bon appetit. It definitely needed the more cheeses, a little bit more salt, and will be perfect. Wow. Thanks so much for cooking with me today. It was a lot of fun to be able to share it with you. Let me know if you give it a try in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. Thanks so much for being a part of the magic with me. Until next time, have a magical day.